Guys, thanks for clicking. I appreciate that. So today we're going to do some fuel filters on our John Deere. This is the 2038R. I believe it's the same for the 2032R also. Anyway, there are two filters and there's the fuel bowl, which actually has a filter in it, but we'll take a look at all three of those and we will show you where they are and how easy they are to change them. So let me flip it around and show you the filters I have. And here are the two filters, both John Deere, and there are the part numbers. So this filter is the one that goes under the floorboard on the left side. I'll show you which one that is right now. Being the left side of the tractor, as you're sitting on it, right underneath here is that filter. That's the one we're gonna change first. That's the part number I just showed you. The other filter, also John Deere filter, there is the part number, and this one is going to go on the opposite side. We'll show you now. This filter goes on the right side, again, sitting on the tractor, and it goes right down here by the front axle, and there's that one, twists right off. Both of them are pretty easy to get to. Not a lot of difficulty involved there, so let's spin it around. And all right, so first things first, when you're doing this, there is a on off for the fuel. So we're gonna spin that right there and we'll turn that off. And then I'm gonna pop this cover off. There's two 10mm bolts. Just take that cover off so we can see inside here and we can take a better look at the bowl. Okay, I took the cover off, little plastic cover here, just makes the access a little bit better, but you can see, shut your fuel off here. Now there is another filter inside of this, this I believe is a water separator. I'm not gonna do that today. We're not having any trouble. We're just gonna do some basic maintenance. And in case you didn't know, in the manual, there is a float device in here. Now it's red, I think you can see it. Yeah, there's the red device. Now, if that thing is floating, that means you have water in there. You can drain the water out here. We don't have any of those issues going on right now. Actually, we don't have any issues. This is just basic maintenance. So if you need to do that, you can twist this off. Make sure your fuel is shut off. You'll have a whole bunch of fuel in there and you can clean that filter out, but it doesn't need to be cleaned, so we're not going to do that. We're gonna move down and we're gonna do this one first. So we're gonna get our drain pan and our wrench and we're gonna twist that off. We'll start with this filter. Okay, so here's our filter. We're gonna just pop this one off here. Got our little drain pan here. And there it goes. It splashes everywhere. What a mess. What a mess. Okay. There's a lot of diesel in there. Here's our new one. Guess we don't have to worry about that, huh? All right, let's try and get it on there and stop before it makes a freaking mess. Okay, I'm gonna put that on. I will tighten that a little bit more, but at the moment it's on there and it's not leaking. So that's pretty much it for that filter. That's how it goes. Make sure you put some diesel on the, whatever you call that thing, on the washer, gasket, whatever it is, before you put it back on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we'll switch over to the other side and we'll do that one. And this is the other filter. Side, same thing, spins right off, just like an oil filter. Now, a lot of fuel came out of the other one, so I'm gonna just get this one ready, just in case. Let's see if we can spin spin this off. Get my drain pan there. Just cover your gasket there. Not nearly as much diesel came out of this side. We'll just pop that in there. And we're gonna put this one right back here. And spin that back on. I gotta get a rag and clean those off. Then once I clean them off, then I can take the rag and I can tighten those on better. I don't use a wrench to tighten them back on. I just tighten them as tight as I can by hand. That's how I do it. So we got both filters back on. I cleaned them off with a rag, and then you get a really good grip on them and just hand tighten them as tight as you can. I think there is an actual specification. I don't know what it is. That's how I do it. Anyway, now we'll pop the cover back on here. Make sure you turn your petcock back on. Otherwise, you're gonna have a problem. And then we're gonna put this little cover back on here. And then we'll fire it up and make sure we have no problems. Back on. It says just the two 10 millimeters. Comes out. Pretty easy. Right, that's that. For the sake of trying to talk over the machine running, I just turned it off. But anyway, quick note, if you do change the filters and you get a little air in there, because I actually did get some air in there and then the machine didn't want to start, it stalled out. You just, let me flip it around and show you. So if you do have that issue where it starts and then shuts off because there's an air thing in there, you just drain some fuel here out of the petcock for, I don't know, I just drained it for like about a minute and into the drain pan, and then put that back on, and then it was fine after that. I had it running for at least 15 minutes after that, and there was no air bubbles in there. So if you do have that issue, don't stress. All you do is drain some fuel out of there and you're good to go. So that's pretty much it, guys, for the, fuel filter service things. Pretty easy. Probably took 10 minutes to do it. It took longer to go get the filters. I'll order them next time on Amazon. Anyway, thanks for watching. Best of luck. Peace.